You're watching Fugitive Redeye, and welcome to another episode of Redeye Raw. Today I'll be talking about debit cards, credit cards, and things like that. So essentially, cashless payments and how I think they compare to cash. Because if you don't know, up until this year I did not have a debit card. Now it's not true that I haven't had one before, because I had a company payroll card for my first 2 weeks when I worked at McDonald's. But other than that, I haven't had one, and that company payroll card, like I said, I only used for like 2 weeks. But at the beginning of this year, to make it easier to pay some bills and stuff, I did get a debit card. And for the most part, it's been great. But I definitely realized I still want to use cash for a lot of things. Because there have been issues. There's been 2 separate occasions this month where my bank has done maintenance on their website, and then my card won't work for like 24 hours because they're working on the site. If I had cash on me at the time, that wouldn't have been an issue. But because I've been so used to using the debit card this year, I didn't have cash on me. Now, granted, like I said, it's only ever been 24 hours that it's had that problem, because I used it today, and yesterday was the second time it didn't work. When I was a teenager, I only used cash because I didn't want to leave a paper trail, because I was a conspiracy theorist and was obsessed. I guess I thought that the government would really care that I was going out and buying seasons of The Simpsons and shit like that. I don't know. I had a lot of stupid ideas when I was a teenager. Obviously, the drawback with cash is you can't order things online. The way I would deal with that is I would have someone else order something for me back then, and then I would pay them the cash. Obviously, that's not what I do anymore. Now that I have a debit card, I can buy all my own online purchases. But they're not going to run cash through a machine and say, oh, it's declined, unless it's like too old of a bill that they can't deposit it, which usually will only affect you if it's like a 50 or 100. Because older bills of 5s, 1s, 10s, and 20s even, they usually don't care. And 20s, a lot of the times you don't see those older bills anymore. With 5s and 10s, I used to see them all the time when I worked in the drive-thru, taking the money through the cash register. And a lot of machines actually are not coded to take older bills. But other than that, for the most part, you're not going to see cash get declined. Now, there have been some places that haven't been taking cash because of the coronavirus. And there's some places in, like, California that don't take cash, period. Which I'll never agree with. I'll never agree with going completely cashless just because of things like that where the system goes down and you can't pay. Just like I'll never believe in going full digital with my media collection because, you know, if they decide to take it off a streaming service, the internet stops working, or they censor it or something, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think you should probably have both as an option just in case. Obviously, debit cards are very nice and convenient, but, and it's nice not to carry all your cash on you, because if you do, your wallet gets stolen, there's all your cash, but your debit card gets stolen, you call over the bank and say, hey, my card was stolen, turn it off. But that's really enough on that topic. A couple other things. I did actually record the first episode of Season 3 of Takeshi Tuesdays. As I said, I'll be releasing 5 episodes at a time, you know, so 5 weeks, hiatus, 5 weeks, hiatus, etc., until it's done, which will be 3 of those bursts. But since I've recorded just the first episode, I'm not going to release it until I've recorded the other 4 for this round of episodes, if you will. New DVD collection update coming out fairly soon, as well as a new Discs in Depth. So look forward to that. Other than that, if you haven't noticed, I've been trying to make Tales from the Drive-Thru a little bit more consistent. I actually released 2 this week, so there you go. But yeah, that's all for today. Shorter episode, but whatever. Toodles.